Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Our recitation, Dhanasri Mahalla Panjwa, Gur Arjan. The recitation, Dhanasri Mahalla Panjwa, Lavai na Lagan ko hai kashuai, Jako fir eh tahvai, Jako gur dino eh amrit, तिस ही को बन आवे जाको आयो एक रसा खान पान आन नहीं खुदिया ताके चित्त न बसा रहाओ मौलियो मन तन होयो हरिया एक बूंद जिन पाई बर न साको उस्तति ताकी कीमत कहन न जाई काल न मिलियो सेब न मिलियो मिलियो आए अचिंता जाको दया करी मेरे ठाकुर तिन गुर है कमानो मनता दीन दयाल सदा कृपाला सर्ब जियां प्रतिपाला होत पोत नानक संग रविया ज्यों माता बाल गोपाला दीन दयाल सदा कृपाला सर्ब जियां प्रतिपाला होत पोत नानक संग रविया ज्यों माता बाल गोपाला Nothing compares to the wisdom of the self. Nothing that the mind chases after again and again. None compares to the wisdom of the self. Lavai na Lagan ko hai kashuai. To whom the Guru has given the nectar of wisdom, Jako Gurdino eh Amrit, only they understand its worth. So, we have often encountered this, the fact that the wisdom of Nam is without compare. And yet the mind chases after the material world. It's like having copper pennies, chasing copper pennies when you have a diamond in your pocket. The thing is, you don't have to cease living in the world, but you must be anchored in wisdom. Inner-centeredness must balance external pursuits. So the question really is, how does one find one's center? And I share a quote from the poet Mary Richards. Centering, she says, is a verb. It is an ongoing process. Centering is not a model, but a way of balancing a spiritual resource in times of conflict and imagination. So it integrates our purposes. It's an integration of levels of consciousness. It can be called two, like you would call two a divine ear. So the Guru is that alchemical vessel that integrates the various dimensions of our fragmented consciousness. So those to whom the one essence has been given, the Guru says in the Rahao, Jako ayo eka rasa, it's called eka rasa because it is one essence. Khan pan an nahi khudiya. So for those who have been given this essence, their minds are not fixated on eating, drinking, and other cravings. Take chitana basya. So we saw in the previous sabad the notion of bahopinjan, varieties of food, flavors, and how they fail to cure our hunger. So here in this Sabad, the Guru introduces us to that one taste, ekarasa. And when the mind tastes this deeper coherence, the old compulsive cravings, they automatically weaken. So then eating is no longer a psychological compensation. Drinking is no longer an escape into numbness. We are not defined by these then. So desire, or shall I say, wants, cease to be the survival mechanism. Then what happens is, moleo manatan hoyo hareya, the mind and body flourish and come alive. Eka bund jinapai, even with a drop of this nectar, meaning even a drop of this wisdom. It cannot be described. Baranana sakon ustatata ki, nor can I measure its worth. Again, in the previous Shabad, we spoke about fire. The heat of desire, Trishna, tends to dry up the plant of the body-mind. But it doesn't take a flood of water, it just takes a drop of wisdom to regenerate it. Which means that a single moment of clear, undivided connection with the self is enough to green, hareya, the entire system. Because it is a moment of insight, intuitive insight, above thinking, and that revitalizes the body. Now here is an interesting commentary on the way the ego works. The ego loves to strive for achievement. It loves conquest. So even with finding the self, it becomes a conquest, a goal to be achieved, obstacles to be overturned, practices to be engaged in. But the Guru tells us, Kala na milyo, seva na milyo. Kala na milyo, not through effort alone, nor through service alone, practices. It is received only when the one that is without worry, achint, the master, showers its compassion spontaneously. Kala na milyo, seva na milyo, milyo ay achinta. Jaako daya kari mere Thakur, tin gur hai kamano manta. The guidance of the Guru becomes essential. Tin gur hai kamano manta. Manta is the mantra, the guidance. Deen Dayal Sada Kirpala. Deen Dayal, the master, the self, is forever merciful. Forever merciful. Deen Dayal Sada Kirpala. It's compassionate. Sarvaji Pratapala. It is the sustainer of all beings. And here the important line, Ot Pot Nanak Sang Ravya, Jyo Mata Bal Gopala. It is the warp and woof of Nanak's existence, like a mother enveloping and nourishing her child. So it turns out that there is nowhere to go, no practice to perform, but simply to live as life unfolds. The self is woven into the very fabric of our being, our nurturing mother. So where is there to go? What is there to find? Something to be noted. Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh.